Welcome to microcontroller session. See, this week is the very first week of your microcontroller session. In week 1, we are going to see features of 8051 microcontroller, block diagram of microcontroller, pin details of microcontroller 8051 and the instruction sets we are used in 8051 microcontroller assembly level language programming. Okay, these are all the 4 topics we are going to see under week 1 microcontroller session course. Okay.
Turtle mentors, turning little turtles to champs.
In the features of 8051 microcontroller, first thing we have to know, 8051 microcontroller is how many bit microcontroller? It is an 8-bit microcontroller. So the CPU capacity is 8-bit manipulation. Next, 16-bit program counter and data pointer we are applying in 8051 microcontroller in a sense for the external memory purpose. Next, 8-bit PSW and SP. PSW is nothing but program status word. It indicates the flag positions of the 8051 microcontroller, and SP is nothing but stack pointer. We have to know what is stack, no? Firstly, we have to know what is stack. Stack is nothing but the temporary storage. It is temporary storage purpose. For temporary storage purpose, we are using the stack pointer while doing the internal operations. Okay. Next, internal RAM of 4 kilobytes. 8051 microcontroller consisting of ROM, the read-only memory. That is, it is an inbuilt memory. That is a program memory. Under program memory, it is 4 kilobyte. Next, internal RAM of 128 bytes. RAM is nothing but random access memory. Random access memory is nothing but data memory that we can change according to our requirement. We can erase, we can map, we can create our own program. There is a programmer field, that is random access memory. It is free to use for the programmer as per their requirement according to the specification of the microcontroller programs. Next, the feature is flags. How many flags we are using in 8051 microcontroller? Totally there are 4 flags. Next, ports. In 8051 microcontroller, there are totally 4 ports. Port 0, port 1, port 2 and port 3. And the last feature of 8051 microcontroller is special function registers, SFRs. Special function register is nothing but we are using certain registers for special functions which is applicable for this 8051 microcontroller. Under this special function register, there are totally so many registers. We are going to see that in separate chapter. Okay. Next, functional blocks of microcontroller. These functional blocks are very useful for the persons as a beginner to know the internal architecture or the block diagram of 8051 microcontroller in depth manner. Under functional block of 8051 microcontroller, the first functional block is CPU, that is a central processing unit. The CPU is nothing but it's going to control and process the entire microcontroller. This is a processing part of the microcontroller is full and full comes into this CPU. Next, internal memory. The memory architecture or the memory allocation, everything comes under this block. Next, special function registers. What are the special function registers we are using in this register, in this 8051 microcontroller? The total register under special function category, we are going to explain in this special function register part. Next, timers and counters. For the counting purpose or to set an external pulse or internal pulse, whatever it may be, we need the timer, and to count the process, we need the counter. That we are going to see under this functional block. Next, serial port. As I already informed you, port is a communicating device which we will communicate the 8051 microcontroller to the external world. Here we are using a serial port. That operation, the techniques we have used in port architecture, everything we are going to see under this category. Next, I/O ports. I/O ports is nothing but input or output port. That is, this port is specially designed for input operation and for the output operation. Nothing for transmission or serial port and parallel port. That's not come under this I/O port operation. It is totally different from serial port operation. Next, interrupt control. And the final functional block is oscillator and clock. Oscillator. What do you mean by oscillator? Oscillator is nothing but generating a signal. That is, we are going to generate a signal according to the requirement of the microcontroller 8051. Okay, now we are going to see each and every functional block in depth. As I already listed, the first functional block of our 8051 microcontroller block diagram is CPU. That is a central processing unit. Under central processing unit of 8051, what are we are going to do? The first thing is arithmetic operations. Arithmetic operations are done for 8051 microcontroller. Every manipulation or for the whole process, the arithmetic calculations, whatever it may be, it will done under this block. There is a CPU. Next, logical operations. Even the logical operation, there is a logical and logical or XOR, everything. You know the basic logical operations. No, that operations are going to be done in this processing unit only. Next one is bitwise and bytewise manipulation. As I already informed you, microcontroller is totally dependent on the bit levels. Whether it is 8-bit or 16-bit, 32-bit, 64-bit, it is a bit level operations. So, bit level operation and the byte level operations is totally done by under this functional block CPU. And as I already informed, it is having controlling capacity over the other blocks. So, it is having a very big controlling power of the under the remaining functional blocks. The next is address specification. See, whatever may be the program we are executing, we need the certain address specifications for each and every operands or outputs or main memory, whatever it may be, the address of the individual data we need to know, that is stored in the under the central processing unit functional block. The next functional block is memory. Memory of the 8051 microcontroller. See, the internal memory of 8051 microcontroller consists of two types, a major type, that is a RAM and ROM. ROM is nothing but read-only memory. It is also called as a program memory. That is, it's already designed for the specific operation or a specific storage of the program. That is it is not for user purpose. It is already for manufacture purpose. This ROM is it is the capacity 4 kilobytes. Under ROM, we are having a certain types. First thing is MROM. That is a maskable ROM. Maskable ROM means we can mask the type of memory that we if we don't want the memory means we can mask that. Next, PROM. Programmable ROM. See, the manufacturer, while they manufacture, this allocated or specified certain memory location, that they themselves can program. As a normal user, we can't program that. The manufacturer can reprogram that. That is a PROM, P-R-O-M, programmable read-only memory. Next is EPROM, that is a erasable programmable ROM. Once we program, the programmer programs certain data or a program in that memory capacity, he can erase that through ultraviolet rays. So, some of the technique, we can remove the data stored in that memory capacity. That is not applicable for the normal users or the programmers. It is done only by the manufacturer part. Next, EEPROM, that is electrical erasable programmable read-only memory. This electrically we can erase this permanent memory space. And the final memory is flash memory. Flash memory is same like EEROM. It is the capacity or the speed will be high when compared to the earliest one. That is a EEROM, electrical erasable read-only memory. The next major type of the internal memory is RAM, that is a random access memory. Random access memory is also called as a data memory. This data memory is purely the area of this memory is provided for the programmers. Okay, this is a programmer area or a data memory space. That is a random access memory. As I already informed you, the random access memory space capacity is 128 bytes. In 128 bytes, we are having a 4 register banks and special function register area. Everything comes under this RAM because programmer can access these data as per his requirement. Next, we saw the two functional blocks. One is CPU and the next one is memory capacity of the 8051 microcontroller. And now we are going to see the third functional block, that is a special function register. Under special function registers, there are totally two categories. One is a addressable memory part and another one is a non-addressable memory part. We can apply this special function register in these two categories. Next, range of address. In your mind, it may come, what is the address space for the special function register? Yes, of course, it is very important to apply the special function register under certain conditions. So, the range of address of special function register is 80H to FFH. What is FF? F is nothing but a hexadecimal equivalent of 15. Okay, it is the maximum number under 8051 microcontroller for a 2-digit operation. Okay, there is an 8-bit operation. 80H to FFH. And now in your mind, it may come out of the special function registers. What are special function? I said already register. What are the names of the special function registers? Yes, of course you are going to know now. The basic special function registers are A and B. These special function registers we are applying for the mathematical arithmetic purpose, for addition, for subtraction or for multiplication, division. For that basic arithmetic operations we are using these two registers A and B. Next, DPTR. What is DPTR? Data pointer. This data pointer we are going to apply for the 16-bit operations. Only if the 16-bit operation is necessary for us, at that time we are using this data pointer special function register. Next, PSW, that is program status word. As I already indicated you, flags. So flag is PSW is an 8-bit register. In this 8-bit, flags also come under this. So we can know what is the flag, whatever the status of the program that can be done or can be known by this PSW register. This is a special function register to know the conditions of the program status, that is known as a flags.
Turtle mentors, turning little turtles to champs.